Hey everyone, sad day today for the people of London. My heart goes out to them. Or at least the people that deserve my heart going out to them, because there's some people, that's the thing. Yeah, that collective mentality, it's been shown to be quite detrimental and counterproductive. So my heart goes out to the people that have had to suffer, who are innocent victims as a result of all this shit, these terrorist attacks. But those who are part of the responsible bunch, right? So if you support your country, Great Britain, invading and having foreign interventions into countries, thousands of miles from your own territory, under the pretense of fighting terrorism, when in reality, it's all about controlling and dominating the resources of those particular regions, those particular geographical areas in the world. Those people, yeah, I hold you to account and just as responsible as the people who carry out these vicious and vile acts. That's something that we all have to do, right? Let's put all this fucking partisan bullshit and nationalism and shit like that, put that to the side, and let's just speak truth to reason. There's a cause and effect correlation for all what's happening around the world these days, right? This shit didn't just come out of nowhere. It just didn't come out of left field. If you go back prior to even 9/11, 2001, and prior to all these foreign interventions in these countries in the Middle East, was there this kind of attacks from people from those countries in Western countries? Of course there weren't. So, even if you don't stay on top of geopolitical aspects of what's happening around the world, even if you don't pay that much attention, you at least see that cause and effect correlation of this. Didn't have any problems until all of a sudden, right? So whether it's Iraq, weapons of mass destruction, Syria, right? Libya, Gaddafi, some of these African countries, think about it. And what always happens? Or Afghanistan, just look, Afghanistan, opium and very high in very valuable minerals. Iraq, oil. Syria, right? Pipelines, oil, or central banks. I mean, like I said, if you're paying attention to the cause-effect correlation, you know that you have to hold your own political masters, your rulers, to account. If you're unwilling to do that, then just expect more and more of the same. And it's easy to blame the brown people. And I'll blame, the brown people that are carrying out these acts, these vile and vicious fucking acts, these retaliations for what they believe, whether they're standing up for the holy religious aspect of it or just as retaliation for the foreign conflicts or aggression from Western powers and Western countries. Yes, those people are going to, and I'll hold every one of them to account. But like I said, hold your central planning overlords and your politicians to account just as much, because both of them play just as vital a role. And someday, maybe someday in the future, when there's the new kind of Nuremberg type trials that'll take place, which very well may happen in the not so distant future, you're going to come to realize that yes, there's no excuses. All kind of excuses can be made, when things are in the here and now and propaganda takes hold. But afterwards, subsequently, the excuses will end, and when people have the ability to hold them to account and to be responsible and personally accountable for whatever decisions or acts that they carried out, or rhetoric or propaganda that present forward, just like the media fucks, these people will be held to account too. That's something that I think is most important. It's incumbent on us all, is yes, hold people, foreigners, or these terrorists, hold them to account, even though most of them are dead, right? But hold your own central planning overlords and political class and ruling class, hold them to account, because ultimately they're just as responsible for what's going on. Now, I have another video that I've already made. It's much longer, but I'm just putting this one out real today as a show of support. I feel terrible, like I say, for the people of London. I have people in my family that have friends and loved ones in that area, in that country. So, it's even personally affecting myself and my own family. But even taking all that aside and put that off in the corner, the most important thing we could do is to speak boldly, forget about being politically correct. We got to speak boldly and openly and say things that a lot of people are too cowardly to say. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.